You're right, YouTube. So, Wenger, in the whole of the world in January, the whole of the world, there was no one that could have improved on the shower of shambles that we saw today. No one. Now, you can come back at me when I say Wenger should not be given a new contract and he should be shown the door at the end of the season, because he should be, but no one can come to me and defend the match today and say it wasn't Wenger's fault. Oh no, it was very much Wenger's fault. He went into the game with a counter-attacking sort of stance, which is great, but we've got no pace in the team except for one player in the Ox, which is not workable. Having Giroud up front in a counter-attacking team doesn't work. He is slower than, I saw on Twitter someone put Titus Bramble. It doesn't work, the tactics don't work. Wenger went into that game without actually thinking about how we're going to compete against Chelsea. He went into the game thinking how we're going to play as Arsenal, which is fine when you play Norwich, when you play West Brom, when you play the lower clubs. But in the big games, you need to look at the opposition. And he doesn't. We all know he doesn't. It's clear fact, he doesn't. And that is just a clear reason that he needs to be shown the door. 16-4 we lost against the top 3 clubs this season, but what's almost more painful is the fact we couldn't even get a win against this United team this year. He's got a psychological, mental block on preparing for big matches. He can't do it in the league, and that is one of the reasons we need to move on. But ultimately, despite getting the tactics wrong, why Flamini wasn't playing, why we're doing a counter-attacking sort of formation when we've got Giroud up front, but ultimately, why can't we start the game confidently? Why are we always coming into these games within 10 minutes having written the game off? And really, in this summer, there was no way we could have replaced Theo Walcott. Oh, come on! Now, tactically, Wenger doesn't get it anymore. Against Chelsea, I think in the league game when we drew 0-0, I'm pretty sure that was the game where he made no substitutions. Classy. Well done, Wenger. That really shows great man management. No substitutions in a 0-0 match. Well done. That really gives everyone confidence. Today, shambles tactically. The summer, shambles right up until we got Eto'o, but that really did just cover up the cracks of a shambolic summer once again. And just, there's so much wrong with the way the team goes into these big matches. We don't lose 16-4 against the main opposition by chance. That ain't chance. That is us being ill-prepared for the big games away from home. And that is Wenger's fault, and Wenger needs to jog on at the end of the summer. Oh, well, we can win the FA Cup, maybe beat Hull in the final. Oh, brilliant, well done. No, that is not enough to justify more years of shambolic competition in the league. Third place really is minimum now, minimum, compared to where we should have been if we'd have invested in January, if our manager had tactical awareness in big games. Because if we get 4th, we're going to be given another shambolic summer where we can't bring in players because we haven't qualified for the Champions League yet, and that will be Wenger's fault for not getting 3rd this year when the opportunity was there in January to strengthen and make the most of the season. This 6-0 just sums up all of the problems that we've been having over the last few years and is the prime example of why Wenger has got to go at the end of the summer. Now, if you can counteract that and try and say it wasn't Wenger's fault, even though, oh, you can say, oh, the injuries have cost us. Wenger brought in a new set of physios this summer, and yet all of our injuries pretty much are muscular, which means the physios are doing an awful job. The training regime is knackering them, overplaying them in matches, for example, making no substitutions against Chelsea. All of that rests on the manager, so don't say, oh, he can't help the injuries. Yes, he fundamentally can. It's his job. So come back to me with a good reason why Wenger should be given more time to achieve what we want to achieve as a club. Try and comment down below, but I tell you what, you are going to have a tough ask after today. Bang, boom, bye. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. We're going to Wembley. Que sera, sera. Everybody now, que sera. Okay, I'm going to stop that now.